You know, I told you an old cook had a lot of functions. You know, he was counselor, he was cook, psychologist, but he was a doctor a lot of times. And a lot of them old timers pass stuff down through me, and you hear of stuff, and you find a cowboy dumb enough to let you experiment on it every once in a while, and it makes life interesting. It does. And you know, I remember right after me and Shannon got down in this country, and she got eat up with chiggers and skeeters. She'd never seen nothing like that, and I told her, I said, take a penny, tape it to that mosquito bite, whatever you got itching, put it on there, leave it overnight, it'll be gone next morning. Spider bites that itch, something like that. But you always have to remember, you got to make sure Ade's head is looking down. That way he can see what he's got to do, you know. Stinging scorpions, centipedes, anything that really hurts that you get bit by, and I've had a lot of them in teepees with me when you get up of a morning and you slip something on and wonder what that is in there with you. Just take you a little bit of meat tenderizer, a little bit of water, make you a paste. Just stir this up good to where it's, and then you can put that on a Band-Aid, put it anything you got, put it directly on there, tape it tight, leave it 4 hours. Usually that thing will be gone time you take it off. A lot of them old cooks years ago used to tell me somebody come to a wagon with a toothache, and they'd take a match and they'd let it burn down to where it was just the charcoal part of it there on the end. Then they would take a piece of brown paper sack, if the wind don't blow it away, crumble that ash on there real good, and you may have to burn 2 or 3 matches, but you can see the ash on there. Just a tad of baking soda, about that much. Then we're going to add just a little touch of whiskey, just to make that to where we can have a paste. Mix that up really well. They would roll this up in a little ball in this brown paper sack. May have to soak it again in the whiskey one time. Take the unused end of this matchstick, poke that in that old cavity that fell out or whatever you're doing with them teeth, and poke it in there. I've done a little dental work on people before. I'm not approved by the American Dental Association, I promise you, but I had a guy get kicked in the teeth and broke a tooth plumb off, and I put a little JB weld on it. Sure, it soothed it from the cold air, but the dental society wasn't too proud of me when he ever got to get out of there. You know, there's a lot of cures for everything that's pretty natural and pretty out and far out there, you know. So just find someone else to experiment on first if you can before you use it on yourself. It's always better. But anything that's in that old chuck box that you're using, I guarantee you it'll work on some remedy one way or the other. You know, you use baking soda as a deal for indigestion, but also to brush your teeth with as well. And just like cornstarch, there's been many a cowboy come to me a little embarrassed and a little bashful and say, hey Kent, I'm sort of galled in them places that ain't right, where you got ferment. I'll say, here, take a little cornstarch with you. You know, so there's a lot of things that you can use, and it's pretty simple. I don't have a doctor's degree, I don't, but I'll doctor on you if I get the chance.